very simple man named Manuel Garcia, who suffered a trial, a tribulation, as oftentimes in our lives we do. And through this he discovered an amazing truth that I think oftentimes we fail to see ourselves. And so this is Manuel's story. Manuel Garcia, a proud, youthful father, was known on his block as a hard-working man, with a wife and a family, a job and a future. He had everything going according to plan. One day, Manuel Garcia, complaining of stomach pains, went to the clinic to find out the cause. His body was found to have cancerous tissue, ignoring the order of natural laws. And so Manuel Garcia of Milwaukee County checked into the medical complex in town, suddenly seeing his 39 years like the sands in an hourglass plummeting down. What are my choices? Cried Manuel Garcia. You basically two was the doctor's decree. Your cancer untreated will quickly be fatal, but treatment is painful with no guarantees. And so it began, Manuel's personal odyssey. Long sleepless nights and mechanical days, with echoes of footsteps down long lonely corridors, tolling his minutes and hours away, with the knowledge that something inside was consuming him. Manuel Garcia was filled with despair. He'd already lost 40 pounds to the cancer, and now to the drugs. He was losing his hair. After 9 weeks of treatment, the doctor came calling, said, Manuel, we've done about all we can do. Your cancer could go either way at this juncture. It's out of our hands, and it's now up to you. He looked in the mirror, pale, frightened stranger. So pale, so wrinkled, so lonely, so scared, diseased, isolated, and feeling unlovable. 126 pounds and no hair, and he thought of his wife and his family without him, his 4 little children not having their dad, and Thursday night card games at Julio's, and everything else he'd not done that he wished that he had. Manuel was awoke on the day of his discharge by shuffling feet going all round his bed. He opened his eyes and thought he was still dreaming, his wife and 4 friends with no hair on their heads. He blinked and he looked again, not quite believing the 4 shiny heads all lined up side by side. And yet, at this time, not a word had been spoken, but soon they were laughing so hard that they cried. And the hospital hallways were ringing with voices. Patron, we did this for you, said his friends, and they wheeled him out to the car they had borrowed. Amigo, estamos contigo, ves. And so Manuel Garcia returned to his neighborhood, dropped off in front of his 2-bedroom flat. And the block was unusually deserted for Sunday. He drew a deep breath and adjusted his hat. But before he could enter, the front door flew open. Manuel was surrounded with faces he knew, 50-odd loved ones and friends of the family with clean-shaven heads and the words, we love you. And so Manuel Garcia, a person with cancer, a father, a husband, a neighbor, a friend, with a lump in his throat, said, I'm not one for speeches, but here I have something that needs to be said. I felt so alone.